Well, hello, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. If you have those signs in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, and you are interested in new love options, well, go no further. You have come to the right place, okay? We're going to be telling you about what may be crossing your path in the area of new love opportunities if you have placements of Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, okay? And if you've not subscribed to my channel, well, I hope you will. And if you want to delve into anything in more detail regarding your love life, your career, family, anything of that nature, you can book a personal reading with me, one and only one way, and that is by following the directions in the description box below this video, okay? And of course, I truly do appreciate all of the likes and the comments, okay? So let's get started with the Gemini game. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Team Gemini, what you got new coming in, Team Gemini? Let's get the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Any red lights, yellow lights, green lights? What do we need to know, Gemini? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Let's take a look. Let's take a look, Gemini. Gemini, you got multiple options here with the Seven of Cups. You got somebody willing to take a leap of faith with you. A lot of them you're not interested in, though. Can I just say that? A lot of them you're not interested in. And I understand why. Let's talk about the good and the yucky, okay? First of all, you got sneaky and deceptive here. And I don't know if these are two different people or the same. All right, but you do have multiple options. Here's the Seven of Cups right here, okay? And quite honestly, this one here is a commitment. One of these is a commitment phobe, and the other one would leave you feeling stuck. And quite honestly, they've hit rock bottom anyway, so I wouldn't fool with them. They're not worth your time. Not worth your time, Gemini. So the fact that you're not interested and you find them boring, okay, fine. I'm fine with that. Now, you do have something positive here. Somebody's willing to follow their intuition and take a leap of faith with you. This is the Page of Pentacles. It's a slow mover, Gemini, so it may be a hot minute before you hear from this person, but very well could already have their eye on you. You know, it's funny, you got these Seven Cups right here, and you got all these duds over here, but you do have 1 to 2 winners right here. And I think you're well aware. That's why you're just not entertaining it. You're just not entertaining most of these idiots. You know, Gemini's intuitive, right? Gemini's intuitive. But this one here, this is good news. Good news coming in, right? Intuitive leap of faith. There you go, Gemini. I can't make it up. Multiple options here, all right? So I'm going to pull some romance oracles for the Geminis real quick. See what else we can find out about what may be coming your way, Gemini, in the areas of love, Gemini. What do we need to know, Gemini? Worth waiting for. I said the Page of Pentacles was a slow mover. It's a divine timing thing. You got to be patient on this one, but it is at work, okay? You know, the story that I get for you, Geminis, is you have to kiss a lot of toads before you find the one prince, right? And I think there were a lot of options here that you're not going to fool with, you're not interested in, and you're going to retreat from those, and you're going to wait for the one that is truly worth it. And Gemini gonna be loving their self first, regardless, and wait for somebody who's really got passion for them. That's what I see, Gemini. That's what I see. All right, with that being said, let's go to the Libras. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. New love options for the Libras. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do you need to know about new love opportunities, Libra? One more shuffle is going to do it. No cuts? Okay, no cuts it is. There we have it. There we have it, Libra. Here we go. All right. Oh, I guess we don't need that one. It's like the little insert card. I thought I had pulled that out. Ooh, Libra. Okay. Libra, this is like hunting a needle in a haystack, baby. You're going to have to use your intuition, but you got a couple of really viable options. I'm going to get your yucky ones out of the way first. You got one who's sneaky. One who's deceptive right here, possibly. One who's sneaky, not telling you everything, not telling you everything, and you got turmoil right here. Quite honestly, this person may very well have self-esteem issues, okay? But they're emotionally closed off, just not emotionally available. And why? Because they're in turmoil. Probably because they're, you know, hung up on something from their past. But honestly, they're not going to move forward to begin with, okay? They're not going to move forward to begin with. That's what that's about, okay? And, yeah, so that's kind of what I see, Libra. Now, Libra, let's talk about the viable stuff. All right, you've got one that probably just has taken a break from dating and just kind of coming back into the dating world, all right? They're trusting their intuition. They don't get caught up in their head on stuff. They're good about doing their spiritual work. And I've got 3 different marriage cards here, Libra. 3 of Cups, the Sun card, and the Empress, which is also a pregnancy card, okay? I mean, you may have as many as 3 viable options. So you do have one that's not worth your time or more. You're going to have to use your intuition. One's probably going to be a drama king. One is sneaky and an internal turmoil, okay? And you may have yet a third who's a commitment phobe. These could be all 3 in the same package too, okay? But you got this one here who's going to be peaceful, easy, in one or more of these, okay? A lot of emotion and a lot of potential here. All right, and I'm going to give you zodiac signs in all of this before we pull you some romance oracles, Libra. Fire, air, and water. And then over here, you have Leo and Aries. All right, Libra gang, let's pull some romance oracles for the Libras real quick. Romance oracles for the Libra gang. What do we need to know? Reconciliation on the horizon for some of you. I know we're reading for new love, but when it comes up, it comes up. Some of you just need to make the effort and just get out there, okay? You can't, Mr. or Ms. Right is not going to fall through your ceiling while you're sitting on the couch watching bonbons and binging on Grey's Anatomy or Criminal Minds, okay? And there's nothing wrong with doing that. Just know that if you're a hermit all the time, you know, you're not going to, you know, really make any real viable connections. Sometimes your person may not fit the mold that you're used to as far as your usual type, so you keep an open mind, but that's not always a bad thing, right, Libra? I mean, maybe that's a good thing, right? Maybe we want to break the mold and kind of go against what we normally would go after, right? There you go. All right, so let's go to the Aquarius game. Aquarius, new love options. New love options. Well, I picked up a different deck. It must be, I didn't even realize it. But okay, Aquarius, we're going to read from this deck for you. All right, Aquarius, new love options. New love options for the Aquarians. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. New love options, please. Tell me the good, the bad, and the ugly that my Aquarians need to look out for. Let's take a look, Aquarius. Let's take a look. All right. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. I said that and I was right in my mind. I'll tell you what I said in a minute. But okay, man, Aquarius. All right, I got to talk to you. All right, Aquarius. Let me talk. There's some things that we need to unpack, okay? You do have several good things, okay? Now, I would be remiss if I did not tell you this, all right? When we look at things coming in, you've got something with past energy, with reconciliation energy coming in. And I will tell you this, either one of 2 things. That means one of 2 things, okay? It is either a past person of yours coming back around for reconciliation. You have 2 cards that speak to that. Or if this is someone new and you are still hung up on the past, that is what you are bringing in. Someone who is hung up on their past and is still looking back at their past with a lot of fond memories and wishing for a reconciliation. Okay? If you still are haunted with thoughts of a person, if you can't get somebody out of your mind and you don't know why, they're hitting your dreams, whatever, random times, you think you see them, that is caused many times by not having processed every single emotion associated with that individual. Okay, and sometimes we're unaware of that until many moons later. Okay, now, so with that being said, there are a lot of unknowns here. Okay, and quite honestly, I don't think this person is going to be completely upfront with you. And you're going to have to, if this is a new person, you're going to have to use your intuition, Aquarius. You're going to have to use your intuition. Okay, it's their subconscious that needs cleaning up, and possibly yours too if you're bringing this in. And you're going to have to look for the cues. The cues are going to be like this: either they're overly standoffish, overly commitment phobe, overly distant, or the exact opposite: overly clingy, rushing you, trying to get your picture up on their social media, stuff like that. Do you see what I mean? Okay, rushing you to make a commitment, things of that nature. All right. Those are the two big red flags to be able to see if somebody is still hung up on a past person in some way. If they're continually blaming a person, if they're continually talking about getting back at a person, right? If they want to post something on social media to flex in front of a person, there's your signs, okay? Now let's talk about the good stuff, Aquarius, all right? First of all, you've got many good opportunities here. You got Page of Cups, you got Ace of Wands, New Way of Life, pregnancy card here, okay? Somebody who is coming to the end of a tough battle, end of a tough cycle. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're coming out of a dry spell and into some opportunity here and vibing yourself, doing great, independent here. You know, no time for BS with this one, but certainly very viable. Happy and busy. I think that's you, and I think that's what you got coming in. I think you have at least 2 viable options, if not more. But all of these point to something really good, okay? So I like this for you, Aquarius. But just be mindful of the past energy, whether it is your past person coming around or a new person that is hung up on their past. And here's how you'll know. I gave you some indications, but look inside. Are you hung up on the past? Are you? Sometimes that can be your key too, okay? All right, here we have water, earth, fire, and Pisces, okay? So let's read for all the air signs. All the air signs. All the air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All the air signs. What do we need to know, air signs? What else do we need to know about anything that is coming in from a romantic standpoint, air signs? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. And if you want to delve into your situation in more detail, well, you can. You can book a personal reading with me by following the directions in the description box below this video, okay? What else do we need to know? All right, air signs. All right, a lot of past energy here, some of it not. All right, let's talk about it. All right, you know, with the past energy, I know some of you are still hung up on it, and I understand that. I do. It's a lot easier to say you need to release somebody than to actually do it. I personally found that it came in stages for me. As I worked through various types of emotion associated with that, I thought of that person less and less and less until it finally drifted away. And I was able to release that person, okay? Now, the Queen of Cups in reverse, what that tells me is this. With this past energy here, I think many of you bent over backwards to try to please this person, to bring them back into your life. You became who you thought they wanted you to be. You did everything in your power to please them at your own expense. You neglected yourself, right? Queen of Cups in reverse. And yet they were emotionally closed off, and the love was just not returned to you in the way that you gave it. In the way that you gave it, right? So And so now you kind of, and many of you have given up hope completely, right? Just given up hope on love. I'll never find anybody like this again. And so I have no hope now, because if this one won't come back, I'm done. I'm done. I feel you. I feel you. I do. Hear me out. This one is fighting a losing battle. We all know that, right? We do. But here's the thing. If you can just take one small step towards shadow work and healing, okay? I promise you, it will not happen overnight, but I promise you that was my path to peace, and I tried everything. I tried prayer, I tried faith, I tried fasting, I tried, just believing in a source outside of myself. And what I really, I got to share this with you, air signs. What I really found, I was driving down the road earlier. I took my daughter to her father's house earlier today. It's his week coming up. And a song came on, and it said, it's an old country song. You probably never heard of it. He hurt me bad in a real good way. I would have never found you. And what it meant to me. Yes, the heartbreak was horrible, but had it never happened, I would have never found me. And I fell so in love with the person that I finally found, okay, and found true peace and happiness. And so, it's all about, and the Lover's card in the advice is about making good decisions and saying, if what you're doing isn't working, try something different, right? Try something different. Just try it. And just like a workout plan, a diet plan, a new medicine that you go on, okay, it's going to take more than a couple of days for it to work, right? It's going to take weeks, months to start to see some results. But you will gradually, after a week or two, you'll start to feel some peace and more peace, and you'll get glimpses of a clear sky. And then you'll think, could it be? And okay, then there will come days after that where you feel like you took 3 more steps back, and that's okay, because the next day when you get up, you're going to make a big progress going forward. That's how this works. Healing feels like this, okay? It's not a straight line, okay? Raising your vibration, healing, and sometimes it feels like a roller coaster, okay? Because you get, kamikaze planes hitting you kind of thing out of nowhere that you don't even see coming. So I know I've rambled a lot, air signs. I hope this has helped you. But at any rate, I have pulled Gemini and Aquarius. I have pulled fire and air and water in this part of the reading, okay? Let's pull some quotes for you guys. For those of you who didn't cut me off, all right, who were still listening, let's pull some quotes for you. Here we go. Robert Frost, my favorite poet. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled, and that has made all the difference. Don't follow the masses. They don't have the answers. Their divorce rates speak for themselves, right? Be prepared for your authenticity to offend some people. Those are the ones that don't matter, right? And no one can make you feel inferior without your permission. Here you go. All right, air signs, thank you so much for watching. I know this was a tough reading, but it had to be, right? Thank you again, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Many blessings.